Ohana means family. Family means nobody
gets left behind.
or forgotten. Yeah.
Hello everyone and welcome back to one more fantastic video about cinema. If you're like me, fascinated about cinema, this channel is for you. So please feel free to share with your friends, comment, like, subscribe, and do not forget to hit the bell for notifications so you don't miss my videos. Well, today we're gonna talk about something that I respect and love a lot. It's one of the things that I love the most when it comes to filmmaking and movies and cinema and whatever. Stop motion animation. As you can see over there, I'm a huge fan. So let's talk about the classic, but also my favorite ones. Do you know that the first stop motion animation was created in 1898? Well, this is one of the things that you expect to know when you watch my channel. So since I was a child, I love this kind of art and it's so beautiful, it's so intelligent. But actually when I grew up, I started thinking like, oh my God, this must be so hard to do. Like I can't even imagine the effort and the work that these people have to go through. And I started thinking, how do they make this? How do they even make this? How does it move? How do they add face expressions and special effects? These people are genius, honestly. So today we're gonna dig in more about the behind the scenes, the special effects that they used, the most famous ones, and also some fun facts, which is my favorite part to talk about. Stop motion is an animation technique in which a filmmaker physically moves an object, taking photographs of each new position, creating the illusion of movement when the series of photographs is played in sequence. The Humpty Dumpty circus, created between 1897 and 1898, is believed to be the first film making use of this technique. Unfortunately, the film has been lost in history, and it's not even clear if anything from it has survived. So is it rumors? Is it true? We never know. Now, talking about the classics and also my favorite ones, which I'll leave my top favorite for the last one. But we can't even talk about the classic without mentioning The Nightmare Before Christmas from 1993, which changed the cinema industry forever. Director Tim Burton is my king. No one is above him when it comes to creativity. By the way, there is a Tim Burton exhibition in London happening right now, and I'm so upset because I realized that they are here since December and I couldn't go. Actually, I live in Birmingham, I do live in London, so it's really hard for me to commute there, especially because I'm busy with work. So I'm going to see Beyonce in June, so I'm already going like in June, so I don't want to spend the money traveling to London right now. So yeah, I'm gonna miss, but hopefully he'll come back and I'll be able to see his work and all behind the scenes of his projects and everything. He's a master, he's a genius when it comes to this kind of animation. So yeah, I really respect and love him. So The Nightmare Before Christmas for 1998, by far the most ambitious stop motion animated film to that point. The Nightmare Before Christmas has 109,440 frames, crafted by a team of 120 workers across 20 sound stages. It was made for $18 million and grossed $76.2 million. This is what we call profit. So now it's time to some fun facts. It took 1 week for the producers to shoot 1 minute of movie.
To complete just 1 minute of finished film takes an entire week of shooting.
It requires, in my opinion, quite an artist and a technician, and that's a hard combination to find.
Guys, can you imagine 1 minute of movie? 1 week to do 1 minute of movie. That's craziness. I cannot even imagine, I cannot even picture the hard work this guy put it. Overall, the movie, which is 70 minutes in total, took 3 whole years to be produced. The Night Before Christmas is based on a poem Tim Burton wrote in 1982 while working at Disney. Yes, Tim Burton used to be at Disney staff, who had purchased the film rights but felt it's too weird. Oh really, Disney? Don't you have a really good taste for movies like that? That's weird. Years later, after being fired from Disney, Tim realized that he still owned the rights, so he was like,
Oh yeah, Disney, you wanna fire me, yeah? Okay, but you're still involved with my projects.
So you're gonna pay for it.
and now we have The Nightmare Before Christmas. The most difficult shot in the entire movie was when Jack Skellington is reaching a doorknob to Christmasland. It required a perfect reflection of the forest behind Jack for the shot to work. So this last fun fact is pretty weird because Disney, come on, wake up, girl. I used to have so respect for you, Disney. So Disney wanted to film the sequel of The Nightmare Before Christmas, but completely digital with CGI instead of stop motion. And the directors, of course, said no. Now picture this, right? Their reaction.
Disney, I did not create this masterpiece for you to destroy with your CGI. Okay, girl. Bye-bye.
So moving now to The Wrong Trousers from 1993 as well. This is another classic from my childhood. But to be honest, I think I was too young because I don't remember exactly the entire movie, just a few flashes. But as a kid, I do remember that I used to love. So yeah, I do remember the picture, but not the story behind it. So I know it's really famous and really popular as well. So the Sledgehammer video was Hardman Animation's first big break, but it was on the Wallace A. Groomed shorts about a handyman and his dog that put them on the map. And with The Wrong Trousers, the studio won their first Oscar.
I think you'll find this present a valuable addition to our modern lifestyle. They're techno trousers, ex-NASA.
Our next one, I do remember and I do love them. It's really old as well. It was one of my favorite movies when I was a kid. So yeah, I do love this story. And Netflix released the sequel, so we watched the second movie just less than 2 years ago, I believe, on Netflix. But yeah, some people didn't like it, but let's talk more about it. So Chicken Run, the classic from 2000, Aardman Animation's first feature film, was the first of a massive $250 million 4-film partnership between Aardman and DreamWorks. Just for you to have an idea, Chicken Run made $224 million off a $45 million budget. Can you believe that? Like, that's a real good shit. The production of Chicken Run was a labor-intensive process that took around 4 years to complete. The attention to details in each frame showcases the dedication and the craftsmanship of the filmmakers. Engaging storyline and the impressive animation, it holds a satisfied fresh rating of 97% on Rotten Tomatoes, which is really good. Now remember when I told you that Netflix released the second film? The director Sam Fell explained why it took his team like 23 years to create a sequel to the stop-motion hit. So he said, at the end of the first one, you're kind of a bit sick of chickens. It took about 3 or 4 years to make these things, so I think everyone wanted to do new things. I bet he couldn't eat a chicken for a long time. So people were really disappointed with the second film, so they were saying like, oh, it took us 23 years to finally get this, and it's not even impressive, it's not wow. To be honest, I loved the film. It's for us. It's for the 2000s kid, you know. I loved it. It was nostalgic. It's not like a wow, the best movie ever with a revolution, blah blah blah. No, it's nothing like that. But imagine you're off, like it's Sunday, it's afternoon, Sunday, you are with your family, eating some snacks like popcorn, soda, and you turn on the TV, it's there. This movie is perfect. It's cozy. It's for family. It's for Sunday afternoon. Like, so it's definitely not a movie for the Oscar, but it's a movie to chill.
Popcorn. Is that the best thing ever?
Now talking about The Corpse Bride, which I have here in my bedroom, from 2005 with my queen Helena that I love so much. So this Tim Burton's movie is not just a tale of love and death, it's a landmark achievement in the world of stop-motion animation. Released in 2005, this film pushed the boundaries of traditional animation techniques and introduced the audience to a visually stunning and emotionally resonant story. But the first aspect that stands out about Corpse Bride, it's a unique visual style. Tim Burton's signature aesthetic, a blend of gothic elements with eccentric charm, comes to life through carefully constructed puppets and enchanting sets. Each character is designed with intricate details that reflect their personality. For instance, the Corpse Bride herself features celestial qualities that combines both beauty and melancholy. The color palette plays a crucial role as well. The contrast between the vibrant colors of the living world and the muted tones of the afterlife creates a striking visual. But I gotta be honest with you, again, I was really young, so I do need to rewatch this film, and I'm so glad that they have on Netflix because it's more accessible for me. So I do need to rewatch it, definitely. And I remember I loved this movie when I was a kid. I used to watch it with my parents all the time. My parents loved this movie. So I'm so excited to watch this again because this is by far one of the best Tim Burton's work. So yeah, if you have a funny story with this film, if you have watched it, please tell me here in the comments what you think. Now I want you to pay close attention to this one because this is my favorite and I was so excited to talk about this one with you today. I've had a few spoilers here on my hands all this time. I don't know if you noticed. Oh, look what I have here. Ooh. I think you know what we're talking about here. Okay, this one's my favorite. Coraline from 2009. My favorite stop motion animation forever and ever. Coraline, I love to say this name because it's so cute. It's not like Caroline. Coraline. And it should say, no, my name is Coraline. Coraline Jones. It's so cute. I love it.
It's Coraline.
Caroline what?
Coraline Jones.
Coraline is a dark fantasy film based on Neil Gaiman's novella. It follows Coraline Jones, a lonely girl who discovers a hidden door in her new home that leads to a sinister alternative reality. In this world, she finds a version of her life that seems perfect, with attentive parents and excited adventures. However, as she digs deeper, she realized that this alternative reality is not what it seems, and she must confront the dangers it poses to escape back to her real life. So it still looks great today because of the computers that were used only to enhance the traditional animation process. The quality is ridiculous. And the story, there are many hidden facts, so many theories, so many layers, that I could spend hours and hours talking about it here for you guys. But we are here to focus just about behind the scenes. I can make another video later today if you want. Please leave a comment here below. If you want me to talk more about the facts itself, about some theories that we have as well about the film, because not everything is explained. Sometimes you need to open your mind and try to create your own story and to create your own final. Of course, there are so many hidden facts, as I said, in the story itself that you need to pay attention, like a picture or a frame or anything. It's very interesting. I love this movie. It's just so intelligent. And I do want to make a video just specific about the film, but let's just focus about the behind the scenes and some fun facts as well that you might like. So about the puppets, for the character of Coraline, there are 28 different puppets of many sizes. The main character puppet stands 9.5 inches high, so it's really small. At one point in the movie, Coraline makes 16 different expressions in a span of 35 seconds. Can you imagine that? 35 seconds, she makes 16 different expressions, and they need to change her face 16 times. There are a total of 207,336 possible face combinations for Coraline. That's completely crazy. And a total of 17,633 possible faces combinations for her mother. This offered more facial options and allowed animators to facilitate the groundbreaking performances that had never been seen in stop motion animation.
Now, you're going to stay here forever.
Now the costumes, one crew member was hired specifically to knit miniature sweaters and other clothing for the puppet characters, using knitting needles almost as thin as human hair.
Star Sweater was form-fitting on her. You could see the shape of her torso as you were animating, but it was loose enough that the animator was able to tease the sweater up and tease it down frame by frame to give the illusion that she was breathing.
To construct one puppet for Coraline, 10 craft people worked between 3 and 4 months. Now talking about the shoot, the Coraline shoot lasted over 18 months following 2 years of pre-production. Over 130 sets were built across 52 different stages at the studio. Guys, this is the best animation of the entire world and no one can beat it. You know when you have something that you are really proud to be a fan of. This is how I feel with Coraline. Like, even though it's not my achievement, it's not my project, I somehow feel very proud to be a fan because this is something so huge for the industry. If you are like me, you're obsessed about cinema and stuff, and you respect this kind of art, and you know how hard it is to make, you know how hard it is to get there, and it's just so amazing for me. I'm so proud to be able to water this piece of art, and okay, I'm part of this as well because I'm a fan. So it's very hard to explain, but this is how you show your respect and appreciation as well for the art of cinema. Because look how tricky it is to do all of that. And we are not talking about green screen or special effects, we are talking about artists and pure creativity. So last year I went to the cinema to watch Coraline. In the cinema, it was my first time that I ever watched it, I think, in the cinema. And because it was just a Halloween festival that they put like classic films, and it was 15 years that Coraline has been released, so that's pretty much a very good time to rewatch. Yeah, I don't know if they do actually every Halloween because it is a horror film, like a horror animation, so that's why I like it, because it's different. And when I went to the cinema, I remember it was packed, it was crowded, like all the sessions was like sold out. So I was really happy to see, like, I'm not the only one who's crazy about this film. Like people were like all the ages, like children and adults as well, like me. So it was amazing. I loved it. So it came to the end, guys. So please, if you have a funny story or if you have your favorite stop motion animation, please feel free to share with me. I'd love to hear. And please let me know if you have any content suggestions for me as well for next week that would like me to speak and search more about it to bring it to you guys. So thank you very much for watching me here, and see you next week.